Coach, a lot of roster turnover with you guys. How do you battle and guard against that and still become a team that can threaten out there in the East Coast?
I think the biggest challenge in managing a roster that's got constant turnover is creating a sense of purpose when there is anticipation of turnover. Because, you know, you're talking about coming together as a team and you're talking about trying to achieve a collective goal and not knowing if you're going to be a part of that or not. It's hard to be 2 feet in. So now that we have a lot more stability, we're excited to get to work with this new group. Now the biggest, part of managing this roster will just be making sure that we're all connected and we're all bought in, because we have a lot of depth. And depth can be a great thing, and depth also can create, a lot of desire for more opportunity from guys. And so we just have to be ready for that and make sure that we're all moving in one direction.
Coach, you came from a prideful program that preached the Butler way. Mm-hmm. Now you're with probably the most storied franchise in all sports that has the Celtics way. How do those two merge together?
Well, it's the same. What makes great traditions stand out, what makes successful organizations across industries run, it seems like it's all the same characteristics. And obviously, when we were at Butler, we're striving to be at the level where we could compete at the highest level of college basketball every single year. And we had a great foundation and a way of doing that. And when I get to the Celtics and I start interviewing the great players of the 60s and 70s and start talking to them about what makes being a Celtic so special, it's the same stuff that comes up. It's about being a great teammate. It's about being accountable to one another. It's about being tough. It's about doing the right things for each other, And those things just, we can all go buy a book, in the airport on our way out of town, and we'll read all the same stuff, but it's about doing it every day.
Coach, you're kind of debunking that myth about a successful college coach can't translate to the professional ranks, and you're slowly doing that. Not slowly, you're quickly doing that in the professional level. You now have Billy Donovan coming in and Fred Hoiberg. What is the biggest challenge for the college coach that can't make that professional jump, and how have you been able to do it?
Well, I think Fred will assimilate quickly just because he was in the NBA as a player and then in the NBA as a front office person. So he's been around it enough to have a better feel than probably Billy and I for the schedule, everything that goes with that. Now, Billy was a player as well, but he's a few years removed from that. I think the biggest thing is there are going to be times where you're learning trial by fire, and I think that's just part of it. There's only so much that a meeting in the off season can prepare you for, whether it is managing the schedule, whether it's the ups and downs of an 82 game season, anything that comes along with that. There's going to be some curveballs that we all can't anticipate on a given year, but certainly when you're making that jump from college to pros, it's a completely different game. I don't think by any means I've got it figured out. But I feel much more comfortable heading into year 3 than I did in year 1.
What's the biggest handicap for a college coach who's had success jumping to that next level to continue that success?
Well, I don't think that, I don't necessarily think it's handicap. It's a heck of a league. You better bring it or else you will get beat. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You bring it most nights. You don't bring it some nights in college, you'll get beat. But there will be some nights where you'll win if you don't play well. Not here. And these are good players. A lot of these teams have multiple all-stars, and you've got to figure out a way to slow them down. And at the same time, prioritize the development of young guys so that they can hopefully be there one day.